Okay.
All right, let's have a first look at
You're
Quan.
gonna see
First
more
look at
about
Quan.
that
All right, we're having a
today,
first
but
look
let's
at
go through
Quan.
real quick. We're starting with you, Stephanie. What stands out to you? What you're most excited about for Quan Chi from that trailer?
The spooky skeletons. I love when skeletons come out during his moves, and I think we'll show more there. It's what a fun way to have this necromancer, fight.
You love spooky stuff,
I love spooky
That's
stuff.
true.
Yeah.
How can you not love spookies?
right? DK?
I
Skeletons
like
are
the big
cool.
Skull. It makes me always go like, like when anytime I see any of the skulls, I just,
I feel like you should have to do the noise when you do it.
He's about to put some cursed like thing on this move already.
Moves in all of MK games. I just love the way it looks and how visceral it is.
Yeah,
So I'm excited about that. So before we move on to Quan Chi, a couple things we do want to discuss. As we've talked about maybe on Twitter some places, crossplay is coming in February between PS5, Xbox, and PC.
Crossplay in
So
February.
we're excited about that.
Nice.
On-
And PC,
Yep.
sick. That's good. We've never had it cross PC.
We are adding a Wi-Fi filter, which means
Wi-Fi filter,
we
boom.
will now be able to decline matches based on connection.
yes, based on their connection type.
We also have patch notes coming, which you'll be able to see very soon. And we've done
Where patch
some
notes?
changes in certain places, added a lot of quality of life stuff like we always do.
Yep.
But we've done some things with cameos. So I want to give a couple little hints
I was
about
gonna say,
those.
give a little hint.
Go on, tell me you made Sonya good. Tell me you made Sonya good.
Laser is now a mid.
Ooh,
Sonya's energy rings are also
mid.
Hey, they made it
Now,
good.
Kung Lao's buzzsaw, which is also his low hat, is now no longer plus when it's point blank. So, like, say Johnny Cage does something, drops it on you.
Right.
Point blank.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
still-
that's good. That's
think a
good.
little bit
Get behind
harder.
that.
Yeah, so that's that. But again, lots of other stuff that you can read in the patch notes when we release them. Derek,
Sup?
let's talk a little bit about some invasion stuff.
Sure. So we're gonna have another new seasonal tower with exclusive palettes attached to that.
Right, so
We
whatever, they're
also
talking about
added,
invasions, yeah.
played that.
But Sonya's ring being a mid
good.
is a big change. That means,
also
and Kung Lao's
like 400
low hat being minus. That means that Sonya now balances out that
No,
negative
not
that
on
they've just
record.
put on Kung
I
Lao.
got
So you
all
got an
the skins.
alternative
I
to
did
Kung
not
Lao
get that record.
Same.
without.
and then we've
being
added,
the exact same sort of
like,
thing.
The intros to
So you're going to see
classic
more
towers.
teams
Yep.
with Sonya now, like
mini bosses, major
Sonya
bosses,
Ashrah would be legit.
So now
That
we've
yeah,
got
that would probably
those
be
quips
like a
and that
good
little
team for
dialogue
Ashrah.
that, you know, people
She's going to be
can-
doing like
Asked me for that, so we've
a lot of damage
put about throughout the game.
and have it like having good ways
Really
in,
excited
and
for
it
all
will cover
those,
Sonya
warriors
Kung Lao
out
would be a good
there
team
fighting.
because it will give him a projectile
No
that's
insults.
not
Right.
like really slow and bad,
We do
while
not have
still
any
letting him do his
basic
armor and
season.
stuff like that.
We did shuffle
Maybe
a couple
even
around,
Sonya
there's
Shang
new
Tsung,
pathways,
actually.
Content, new
And that would probably be. Oh, Sonya Shang Tsung will probably be good, right? Because
yes.
she's got a 14%
And
throw.
then
Shang Tsung's
also,
having a bit of
we just
trouble,
did a couple quality
like in his
points
offense,
too,
and he
like
needs to
in
take
the
Kung Lao just so
power
that he can
seemed
get you
like
to respect
the
his
beginning
fireballs.
fights started with mini bosses,
But now
they
he's going to
got
have
easier.
a powerful
We
throw
fixed that.
and another mid
Yeah, we
projectile
just-
he can
the
throw around
stories
behind his
with-
own stuff. That's
with
really
the
good.
power. And then also
Sonya
boss
Shang Tsung,
fights have
that-
more intense music that will play too. We
That's
just felt
a
that was
theory
just a
craft
little
right now. You heard it here
we
first.
could inject
Just amp
into
it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Might make him a little bit better. It ain't going to like totally
I
fix
also
him, but
think the
we'll
final
see in the
boss of
patch
this
notes.
season, I think, is the coolest one yet.
Nice.
There's a fun little Easter egg to it for sure. And spoiler alerts, it's Season of Ice. Sub-Zero is our invading force and his icy minions. So
You know, Sikan is going to be happy with that one. Oh, season device, and then he's going to do like some high pitched squeal in it.
Okay.
100%, I can tell you.
Darius might have a new move as a cameo.
You might.
Oh my
Darius
god.
hasn't-
Just, spoiler alert, might have a new move as a cameo.
So what you're saying is
There's a new
add
moves.
moves to characters through development.
That's
knows?
crazy.
Might
Very cool.
Might happen.
Darius
Awesome.
is about
So
to
I
be
think we should
busted. I
maybe
can he's about to be
get into
busted.
The main event here.
Quan Chi, yeah.
And you had asked before that you would like to do a little lore breakdown.
Well, I always enjoy, you know,
It's been a while.
not
It's been a
everyone
while.
started with the
Stephanie's
older
4
games.
minutes
That's
has been
right.
gone for a while.
So Quan Chi debuted simultaneously, basically, in 2 games: Mortal Kombat Mythologies, which was a prequel, and then Mortal
And
Kombat
MK4.
4, which was obviously the sequel to 3. So he debuted in the story before MK1, and then MK4 he was introduced as a playable character. And he is basically the ultimate like necromancer, wizard, overall bad guy.
A lot of skeletons in his closet.
Yes, he
Booyah.
has his hands in every little pot. If something's going wrong, he probably was there.
Right.
Stirring the
He's,
pot.
right, yeah, exactly. He's a
He's a
real
good bad guy.
And then Chameleon debuted in Mortal Kombat Trilogy, but only for N64. The PlayStation, Saturn, and PC versions had Boy Chameleon, spelled with a K, and N64 got Girl Chameleon, spelled with a K. Or, sorry, but Boy Chameleon spelled with a C.
Right.
And then she later reappeared in the Wii version of Armageddon. So this is actually the first time where she'll be in all the versions together, and everyone can enjoy Girl Chameleon.
It is always a pleasure to hear you do that.
Well, there are other versions of Trilogy that didn't have either Chameleon. Like there's a Gamecom version that I have in my
I
apartment.
never had Chameleon in my Trilogy version. Never, I mean, Midway. Where's my Chameleon? I demand.
Some memory lanes.
Actually, no, we're getting Chameleon. Never mind, I'll just shut up.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, this is super exciting. Chameleon and Quan Chi are very interesting characters, and I think these are some of the coolest takes on the characters that we've done.
All right.
So
you wanna
let's
go
go.
in?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
All right. So probably the coolest thing about Quan Chi is instead of, like martial arts and like something weird like kickboxing or whatever, he uses his powers. Like the first thing I want to show is a lot of his normal attacks are him summoning a skeleton or this tentacle. It's a creature from another dimension
Yeah, that's sick.
that he brings into the fight.
Via these like rifts and
That's like, who had that? Who had that
He's a
spawn?
free-roaming sorcerer, meaning he can open portals to any dimension without any kind of regulation.
I just don't think he wants to get his hands dirty.
Yeah, that's really cool,
He's
actually.
also a very lazy fighter, a very clever fighter. So I figured we'll go over some of his normals. He also, I think one thing notable, he has a lot of overhead and low mix-ups.
Oh, good. I love that.
Oh, yeah, it's about to be demonic.
Overhead big claw from his creature.
That's got to have a gap. 100% that's got a
Even his
gap.
jabs use the creature. So a lot of range.
And that's his gapless version, right?
That's awesome.
He also has this magical overhead where he can charge it, pop you up. This big string where it ends with this punch at the end, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, I do love the like kind of throwback to him like punching and kicking through portals.
Yes.
I think it's super cool.
That was a great thing about MKX, and this is one of my favorites.
The
Just
business
his
kick.
standing for is this full screen, anywhere on screen pose.
Yeah, that's business kicks back.
That's dirty.
Oh, that's anywhere.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
anywhere. And then up close, he has this, and I think this is a really fun mix-up. He can go overhead, or he can trick you and go low.
All right,
And then
okay.
I think probably my number one favorite thing that I get a kick out of is just his simple block animation.
Yeah, it was his block animation. That's so good.
Oh,
I love it.
That's cool.
so let's
You
go
know,
over his special
Sector
moves,
and
which are
Quan is about to be busted.
equally crazy. The first I'll show is he has this low tentacle grab. And you can use that mix up like use an overhead, so instead you can go low. And if you EX it, it's a combo starter.
Nice.
He also has the classic MK4 stall.
You have to. You
And
have
if
to.
he EXs it, he can make it go slow.
Oh.
No, he's
So
got
it's more like
got reptile force ball,
or you
but
can make it go fast.
real.
And that'll eat up projectiles, literally.
And he just gets in.
And he has an air one.
Love it. So he's got.
This character's
He
mad.
really plays into this kind of like mage category.
Exactly. He also
Oh,
has this
you know what to
bone
do.
cage.
Yeah,
So
bone
you can get
cage.
close to
And
them or far,
that's meatless.
Stun them briefly. But what's really neat is if he EXs it, they're trapped and he can move around, and they actually can move, but they can't go forward or back. So they could like try to jump out, which you can then anticipate.
Right.
And they could even do
That's
special
sick.
moves like teleport. Then of course you can predict that.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't actually like traverse left or right. So it's not quite a stun move.
Anti-crime spikes are back. That's what that is.
A very interesting move. He also has his teleport drop. Straight from MK4.
You got to have
This is his armored move if he EXs it. You can do it from the air or the sky. It's pretty quick. It's a great anti-zoning tool, or if you just want to get out of pressure.
Hey, he looks good.
it. I love his stomp to the face.
Another zoning tool he has is these overhead fireballs. He summons them
The over.
close, medium,
Nah, he's
or
good.
if he
He's
EXs
good.
It'll
So
trap
he's-
the opponent, pop them up,
And that's
and
the
then
launch.
box them over the head.
We don't have a lot of characters that you can either alter the speed and pace of their projectiles
Right.
and or like where they.
I'm about to be a nightmare with this character.
Yeah, it's pretty unique and a lot of fun for the person doing the zoning rather than just kind of spamming a straight fireball,
Right,
which
with
you
tracking.
can do. You can also.
So you control the horizontal with that, and then when they stop moving, you use
this can
that, and then
also
when they
couple
stop
with his
still for that, you put them in the bone
And
cage.
then he also has this really cool buff where.
And then when they're in the
he
bone
summons
cage,
portal
you're
to the
50-50 on.
Netherrealm, And if he's in this purple energy, all of his fireballs get new
What?
properties.
That's so cool.
Nah.
Damage, he gets triple ones. Or this is really cool.
That mid.
Once this hits, they actually fall down. And they can
Oh, this character's madness. This character is
And the EX
madness.
version, which is a totally different move, where he summons this repelling force, and the opponent. Sorry,
It's all good.
I didn't do the EX one. Where the
Do it
opponent
properly.
then can't actually advance forward.
Oh my god, this character is mad.
Push me back.
Yeah, so you can use that in like push them in the corner to make
Nah,
them
this
save.
character is ridiculous.
Like,
You're gonna have
exactly
checkmate scenarios with that in the
down
bone
far
cage.
away.
Like, you are just not getting near him.
And he can control it by holding the button and then move around. And it's the same with the purple one.
Very cool.
Sick.
Yeah, so
It needs to hurry
overall,
up and
I
be
think
tomorrow. This
Quan
character is
Chi's growth.
the character.
I think he's got some really good range, really good mix-ups, really good setup.
And he's got a
He's
throw-
tricky kind of thinking.
Is that close en-
character.
nah, it's not
He's
close enough for a
someone
throw
with,
lead.
Like creativity, that kind of character, which I think is really, really cool.
He's strong on zoning.
Yes.
And once you start getting moving, it's just really kind of pretty how all the portals popping and
Yes.
jumping around. It's really
Yeah, his
cool.
VFX, like a lot in this game, are really, really cool.
You might have this. That might be my favorite. Skill.
You guys
Yeah,
want to
does he have a Wulo?
I think we do.
I think we get time for it. Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah.
So Chameleon has the ability to swap between the classic girl ninjas, Katana, Jade, Melina. The trick is
this random
you
or
don't
not?
get to choose.
Yeah, it's random.
Random. And it's based on either a timer or you deciding when it cycles, but you never get to pick. You'll never get the same
you can
ninja
choose.
twice in a row, but it'll always be one of the three. Each has two different moves. One is an ambush move, and one is a summon move. And they're very unique. She also has, though, first of all, this mirror move that she can always do, where the opponent will, or the player will take half damage if you hit her. So it's like an armored move.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
always have access to that. Then otherwise, she gets these.
And that's
awesome
only.
moves. I'll show
Nah.
you. Happened to me, Melina.
That's ridiculous.
It's a
You're gonna put
classic
that.
roll. It's a combo starter, and then you see I switch. So now I have Katana, and she can do the fan toss.
Cool.
And now I have Jade, and she can do her glow and be projectile immune.
Nice.
So normally it's on a countdown. You can just see it cycling. But after every move,
mate.
you hold down R1.
Quan is about to be
automatically
a
cycles
madness.
one of them. So
He's got
for
no
example,
health.
I'll do the
I
glow.
just realized you're 900 health as well.
And now I switch to Melina, and I have side toss and roll. Or then if I want to hold it, now I'm Jade again, so I can do glow, hold it, switch. Ooh, I got Katana. I got fan lift, where she lifts the player instead of the opponent, and you can
it's
do
a mobility
combos. Exactly, instead of a combo starter. And then the final neat thing is all three have their own individual combo breaker and throw animation.
And throws, yeah, I called it.
Throw animations,
That's
which is really neat. So I think she has really, really great moves that have many uses, but the trick is keeping track which one you are and choosing, do you want to cycle, do you want to stay a little bit longer, how long is the timer going down, so it's
And they do different
kind of like
damage.
what we did with Tremor, but in a different functionality, and it's very neat. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun to see tournament players and K-League players, like, all the different moves.
Now, does
Combo
Chameleon
possibilities
reduce
are
health?
Very unique. I think it's a really neat way to throw back to how she worked in the trilogy back in the day.
Also, the internet loved her bob. Her hair.
She looks awesome. Yeah, I love her outfit.
It's super cool.
Awesome. So
That's Chameleon.
Chameleon.
Yeah.
There you go.
there we are. Quan Chi, Chameleon, new season, lots of things happening.
Very exciting. Yeah.
Quan Chi available the 14th on Thursday.
Early access.
Yes, early access, and Chameleon
What time?
January.
Yep.
Correct. And of course, we'll have like the free trial towers as well. That will also be live and active. If you didn't purchase, you can try it for free.
Anything else? Oh,
Birthday shout outs.
Right.
How could you almost forget?
I don't know. Honestly, how could I?
Right, whatever. So let's just talk about what we've just seen. That armor fit. I'm not sure if Chameleon is about to give you less health, like a cameo that gives you less health, or if Quan himself is 900 health, like Natara. Because if it's 900 health like Natara, that's kind of long. But I can see a reasoning, because he is also making the game kind of long for his opponent. You're getting put in cages, you're getting pushed away by that green portal, he's putting down that purple portal, and everything he's throwing at you is even more than it was before. Like, character is madness. He's got overheads and lows. You're going to put him with Kung Lao or Sector, right? either one of those characters, he's now just become extra stupid. Here's my theory craft on Quan Chi, right? You put him with Kung Lao, now you got a straight projectile. Hold on, let's see what they're saying.
Happy holidays.
Happy
to
holidays!
everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, they're saying their bit and going, yeah.
Very
Online.
soon. See you online. Thank you so much for joining us on this Kombat Kast, and we will see you next time.
And I must now take away.
You won't punish me as you did Shujinko.
Right. Let's go. So basically, yeah, you're going to put down low hats with Quan Chi, and then you're going to have hard the blockables from everywhere because he's got a skull that comes from overhead.
Sure.
Or you put him with Sector, and he's got overhead lows, like the portal kick overhead and lows, and just launch off of any knockdown. This character is about to be so demonic.
Chameleon, spelled with
And it's about time that there's actually like a zoner in this game, other than. Well, the ones we got so far, they're all kind of similar. This one's
like,
a bit.
The first thing I want to show.
Oh, let's see if I can find it.
Kick out of it's just his simple block animation.
He's just got so much
Go slow.
going on by the looks of it. Yeah, this as well.
So
Like,
it's more like
so this is the kind of move Reptile should have had, because this force ball used to go slowly across the screen and Reptile would follow it. I reckon Quan can do that. I reckon you might be able to chase him, or you don't even need to. You're Quan, innit? You just boot him in the legs or boot him up overhead with that. Probably don't even need Sector at that point. You just spend a bar. Or, yeah, there's so much going on here.
Or it can make it go fast. And that'll eat up
Yeah, don't move. And then
Literally.
you put the purple portal out before you do that ever, and you get a launch. That's oh, that's mad actually.
MK4
All right,
skull.
yeah, look.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the actual thing. You have the purple portal behind you. You know, the one that makes this skull launch. So you put the purple portal up, you do the EX skull, the slow version, and now you start booting them overhead or low from full screen. So now you got a full screen launch 50-50. Yeah, this 900 health. This character. Yeah, 900 health, mate. Makes sense. If he's 900, this character is a madness. That's it. And he's putting you in spike cages as well.
So it's more like R. Or it can make it go fast. And that'll eat up projectiles. Literally.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's.
An air one.
I think the only thing well, not the only thing, but something we don't know about him right now that could determine how good he could be is how good are his strings really? Because they've shown us his strings on hit, but we don't know what they're like on block. They could just be terrible.
Love it. So he's got zoning.
So you could be like risking your life every time you press anything with him.
He really plays into.
But we'll see. We'll see tomorrow.
Exactly. He also has this cool bone cage. So
And
he
this-
can close medium
That move kind of reminds me of
or far.
the EX
and it will stun
version.
him briefly. But what's really neat is if he EXs it.
This reminds me of Robocop spikes from MK11. Similar sort of concept. Like you can't move. Well, you could walk through the spikes against Robocop, but the incentive was to jump. And the same thing is here. It's like you jump. So hopefully Quan Chi's got good anti-air. Based off that, like if you were designing a character that is forcing you to jump and you don't give him a good anti-air, that doesn't make much sense. So I'm banking on the idea that they're giving him a good anti-air.
They're trapped and he can move around. And they actually can move, but they
Maybe the
can't go
business kit
forward
would
or
be a
back.
good
So
anti-air
they could like try to
for like
jump out,
far jumps.
which you can then anticipate.
Right.
And they can even do special moves like teleport. And of course you can predict that. But they can't actually like traverse.
Oh, you know what's busted here?
And
All right.
stun them briefly. But what,
They're talking about being creative for this
Yes.
character. Right? Here's how you be creative for this character, right?
they're
The EX. They're stuck in this thing. Say you got Sector missile, right? You call out the Sector missile. You don't even have to aim the missile. You just run up. Because you've called out Sector and you forward throw him, it now does the shove. And the shove won't push him out of the cage. So the missile is falling into the cage no matter what. So they're in the cage with a missile coming down and they're getting thrown by some guy. I don't know. Maybe you can't get in the cage as well. I wonder if Quan can get in the cage without having to jump, then that'll be broken. If not, it doesn't even matter because you got a 50-50. Yeah, this move's dumb as well. Love it.
trapped and he can move around. And they actually can move, but they can't go forward or back. So they could like try to jump out, which you can then anticipate.
Right.
And they can even do special moves like teleport. And of course you can predict that. But they
Yeah,
can't
that's to be
actually,
seen.
like traverse left or right. So it's not quite a stun move, but it's this weird containment
Just a
thing.
trap.
That's
very
something about him as well. you see how he's got the skull that goes this kind of angle, like the diagonal angle. That will mean that in theory he's not going to be dependent like on something like a Kung Lao low hat. So you know when you're playing a character like Shang Tsung, right? Shang Tsung covers these angles. He goes horizontal from the ground, vertical, right? So he doesn't have a ground horizontal coverage. So when you give Shang Tsung low hat, now he's got everywhere that can be. Well, he can play every angle pretty much, except for like this kind of angle. But you don't really need that. This isn't a very valuable angle. Or isn't it's probably one of the less valuable angles that you can get. Where Shang's playing that, he needs the low ground coverage. But if you can't have low ground coverage, the next best angle you can get is this kind of angle. All right. So that means that maybe Quan Chi can play with these other assists, put up some more busted strategies without being dependent on the like. Just he has to pick a low hat or something. That's why I'm saying Sector might be a good pick for him as well. Maybe even a Sonya or like Jax. Jax could probably be annoying with this as well. Give him more health. Put them in a bone cage. Call out Jax, but like put them in a ground pound. Nah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Yeah.
He also has his teleport drop, straight from MK4.
You got to have it.
This move has historically always been terrible, but it looks better than it used to be because it's faster. The reason it was bad before is because it was really slow on startup. So like the armor would get broken quick, or you'd be able to like swing into it and then block still because it's so slow. But this looks faster, so hopefully that's all right for him now.
Do it from the air or the sky. It's pretty quick. It's a great anti-zoning tool, or if you just want to get out of pressure.
His stance is banging as well.
I love this stomp to the face.
Another zoning tool he has is these overhead fireballs. He summons them.
Yeah, this is the
far.
this is the thing that is like he's got he's got the straight angle, he's got the horizontal angle, and now he's basically got all of the angles Shang has +1, which is and then more. He's looking better than Shang. That's pain.
EX it. It'll track the opponent.
And that's a launch.
And that'll bop them over the head.
You know what you want? I know what you want actually, because that's a launch. If that's a launch, you want like some sort of assist that could convert that for you from full screen. That would be nasty.
Characters that you can either alter the speed and pace of their projectiles,
Right.
and or like where they, if they're close, medium, or far.
Yeah, it's pretty unique.
He's got a good knockdown in that. The special, that's pretty good knockdown.
Spamming a straight fireball,
Right,
which
with
you
tracking.
can do. You can also do fun stuff with tracking. And this can also complement his low. And then he also has this really cool.
Oh yeah, go and tell him
where
necrosis
he
and all that.
summons a portal to the Netherrealm, and if he's in this purple energy,
Right, so this is like looking buff, right? So if these skulls are all high, then okay, but if they're high, mid, this is about to be busted because that's
fire
11% on a projectile. Raining projectiles. Oh no, that's nasty. You know what's gonna be good, right? Set this up, say Scorpion's in the corner, you set this purple portal thing up here. Depending on how good this is on block, you're just going to put someone in the corner and just rain skulls on them all day. That's going to be annoying.
new properties.
That's so cool.
They do more damage. He gets triple ones. Or this is really cool. Once
Yeah,
this
that
hits, they actually
launches.
fall down and they can get into combos. Then he has
Like I was saying, do
EX version, which is a
50/50s off
totally
that.
Different move, where he summons this repelling force, and the opponent. Oh,
Wait, you can cancel that because that was out a bit short,
yes,
wasn't it?
one, where the opponent then can't actually advance forward.
Or is it just short in general? It's just short in
Yeah,
general,
so you can
right?
use that in like push them in the corner to make moves safe.
That's checkmate scenario sort of business right there, though. Like, say they're on chip damage, you put that out, then you just start throwing whatever you got at them. Like, what are they going to do? They have to have like a teleport or a projectile wall with you. Yeah, that's checkmate.
Like you can't exactly punish a down one.
Is that down 4? Is that his down 4?
So you can use that in like push them in the corner.
Or is it
to
down
make moves
3?
Safe.
That's his down 3, I think.
Like you can't
Look how far that goes.
exactly.
This character's evil. This character is evil. I can see it. They made him
down one
evil.
Far away if you can't reach because of it. And he can control it by holding the button and then move it around. And it's the same with the purple one.
Very cool.
Yeah, and you can move it. That's good.
Yeah, so overall,
Yeah, this
I
character
think-
looks
we should
good.
probably show his throw. I think he's got some really good range, really good mix-ups, really good setups. Like, he's a tricky, kind of thinking character.
He's a
think
devious
someone who
beast,
likes
this one.
creativity, that kind of character, which I think is really, really cool.
He's strong on zoning.
Yes.
And once you start getting moving, it's just really kind of pretty how all the portals popping and
Yes.
jumping around. It's really
Yeah, his
cool.
VFX, like a lot in this game, are really, really cool.
You might have this. That might be my favorite skill here.
So let's check out his Fatal Blow.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I need to say at this point. Tomorrow he comes out, and obviously you're going to want to be in my channel because I'm going to be doing the most immediately messed up stuff with him. Yeah, his character looks creative and he looks annoying. So that's two things I can get with. Thank you for watching. Obviously, tune into my Twitch, Foxy Grandpa, tomorrow. And I'll probably end up uploading whoever is getting sourced up by this stuff soon enough. All right. See you in a bit.